Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to share with you how to cut and sew a Cowl Bubu gown, and I'll be using 3 yards of vintage fabric for this. So the first thing I'll do is to fold my fabric in a way I use it, and I'll fold the fabric into 2 and I'll fold again, making it folded into 4. I am doing this because I'll be cutting both front and back together. So after folding, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. This extra side I left out is because it's not straight and I don't want to have any issue after cutting. And I already have enough fabric that I need. And today I'll be cutting on the floor so that you can have a clear view of what I'm doing. This side now will be the center of my dress for both the front and the back. Now that my fabric is ready, the first thing I'll do, I'll come down from the tip of the fabric this way by 1 inch. Then I'll draw a straight line on that 1 inch. That 1 inch will serve as a starting line and also the shoulder line. After folding my fabric into 4, the maximum width I have here is 25 inches. The tools I used for this work, I got them from Temu for $0, and you can get yours by using my code on the screen. With qualifying orders, terms and conditions apply. So I'm done drawing my starting line and shoulder line. The next thing I'll do now, I'll place my tape from that point. That's from my shoulder down to my new measurement. That's my new cap. Okay, I'm going to place the tape from the shoulder down to the actual new cap. Then I'm going to use the full length of the fabric as my full gown length. After that is done, I'll go ahead and draw a straight line on this new measurement here. The fabric is a little bit slippery and I'm using the normal chalk, not fabric chalk, so that's why you see it bringing out dust. So I've gone ahead to draw a straight line on the new line. After that is done, I'll place my tape on the shoulder to that new measurement again. Then I'll come up by 3 inches. I'll go ahead and draw a straight line on that new measurement that I have. So this 3 inches above the new line measurement now is going to be my new knee line. After that is done, I'll go ahead now and take my neck width. I'll take a neck width of 5 inches and also a neck depth of 3 inches. Once I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and connect. I tried using pattern master to do this, but this fabric is not cooperating at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my free hand to connect it. Once I'm done with that, I'll come to this shoulder measurement at the edge here and I'll come down by 1 inch. After that, I'll go ahead and connect from my neck width down to that 1 inch to create my shoulder slope. The next thing I'll do is to create my sleeve opening, that's my armhole. And I'll place my tape from my shoulder slope and come down by 8 inches. That's my actual shoulder measurement divided by 2. Then I'll also add 1 inch for ease, then 1 inch for sewing allowance. So this is where I'm going to mark my armhole opening. At this mark here now, I'll come in by 1 inch. After that is done, I'll come to this 3 inches above my new line. Then I'll impute my hip measurement divided by 4. After I impute my measurement, I'll place my tape from that measurement now and add 3 inches for ease, then 1 inch for sewing allowance. After that is done, I'll go ahead and connect from the 1 inch for ease from the knee line up to the 1 inch at the armhole. So I'll go ahead now and connect the curve right into the armhole. If you're watching to this point, thank you very much. I am super grateful. Please drop a heart for me in the comment section. So after connecting the curve to the armhole, I'll go ahead and create a little bit of curve at that armhole area so that that point will not be sharp. After that, I'll come to this 3 inches above the knee line and connect from that measurement down to the full length this way. So I'm done drafting and this is what I have. So the next thing I'll do now is to go ahead and cut out. And please don't go anywhere because I'll be showing you the sewing process. And if you've subscribed already, thank you very much. If you've not, please subscribe. And don't forget to like, share, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. At this shoulder line, when I'm cutting, I'll come up by 0.5 inch. That will be for joining allowance. So I've opened up my gown and this is what I have. The next thing I'm going to do now is to start the sewing process. So I'm going to show you where I'm going to join. I'll join the shoulder by 0.5 inch. Remember while cutting I left 0.5 inch for joining at the shoulder. So that's what I'm going to use to join it now. After joining the shoulder, I'll go ahead and stitch from the armhole into the side. So I'll stitch by 0.5 inch from the armhole with a slant curve the way you see me doing, and I'll stitch down 0.5 inch into the side this way all the way to the hem. Now if I'll be weaving this dress or this gown, I'm going to be stitching down by 1 inch. Remember I left 1 inch for sewing allowance. So if I'll be weaving, I'll stitch down by 1 inch so that by the time I weave, after I stitch and I weave, I'll still have something left. Now that we know where we are going to stitch down, the next thing I'll do now is to pin these sides up. Okay, so I'll pin the sides, pin the shoulder, the two sides of the shoulder and the hem everywhere, so that I'll be able to stitch with ease. And I am done stitching. I've stitched all around except the armhole and the neckline that I didn't close up. Okay, so and this is what the sides look like. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'll go ahead and notch that curved part, that curved area that starts from the new line, this point here. I'll just notch in by 1/4 of an inch. Okay, I'll do the same thing for the other side. After that is done, I'll go ahead and turn the outer part out so that we'll see what it looks like. And this is the armhole opening, this is the side, and this is what the cuff area looks like. Okay, so it's this cuff area that will drop to give us that drop effect. The next thing I'll do now is to close up my neckline. I'm going to use a bias tape to do that. And after closing up my neckline, I'll go ahead and also close up my sleeve. Okay, I'm going to be attaching this band to my sleeve, and the width on fold is 2.5 inches, and when I open it up it's going to be 5 inches. So now to get the length of my sleeve, I'll go ahead and measure my round sleeve. I'll start my measurement from the armhole and I'll measure it round to the shoulder joining, then into the armhole on the other side. And whatever I have, that's what I'm going to use to cut my sleeve band. So now if I want my sleeve band to be longer than my round sleeve, so I'm going to add extra inches. So everything all together, I'm going to have 35 inches long. So the extra length you're going to add will be determined by how long you want the band to be. After cutting out my band, I'll go ahead and fold the band into 2 equal halves. Then I'll notch the center. Then I'll go ahead and attach this band to the sleeve. In order to do that, this notched part now, I'm going to attach it on the shoulder joining and I'll pin it down. I'm going to pin one side around the sleeve. Then I'll go ahead and pin the other side. The part of the pin I'm pinning down is the open part, not the folded part. So I'm going to attach it to the sleeve by 0.5. After I pin down, I'll go ahead and stitch. This is what I have. Okay, this is what it should look like. So I'll go ahead now and stitch down. Now for this open part now, I'll close up this band edge by 0.5. I'll also do the same thing for the other side. I'll fold it into equal half this way and stitch it down. And once I'm done, I'm going to turn this side of the band, this open side now, by 0.5 or 0.25. Then I'm going to top stitch and close it up. And my sleeve is ready. After stitching and top stitching, this is what I have. If you like, you can make your band longer than this, or you can just make it and close up your sleeve if you don't want it to extend from the sleeve. And this is what my final outcome looks like. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. Like, share, subscribe, and if you have any question for me, please drop it in the comment section and I'll be right there to answer you. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.